September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Hello everyone, my name is Gamer and today we're playing Phoenix Wright as attorney. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. So, we're playing it as attorney. I'm sorry about the weird intro layout. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Well, Sedgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant. Miss Rachel, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant is Maya Fay at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. She sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective in charge of the homicide down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let us see the format the office to explain. Okay. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being hit by a blunt object, sir. Remember, it's a statue of the finger found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. Okay. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Murder scene. Okay, floor plan. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found on the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There was 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Immediately arrested Mr. Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. That's a lie. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Hey, Maya's reasoning at me. What? When my sister couldn't find any contradiction in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It works a lot of times. I should have expected Maya should know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Maya Fay's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Let's press that. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call from right across the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. Yeah, I know. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix. Right. Immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We have witnesses account describing her. Hold on just one second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You did. You said it. Exactly. What about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Maya Fay isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't. Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. You have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess President can have it. Advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got of things mixed up in my testimonies. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Well, Detective, let's hear your testimony again. Let's see. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was a lot of blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Oh boy. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. Forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the victim was the victim's blood. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Well, we could press. Press about that. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Nice try. Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Let's back a bit to find some other things. Maya was written clearly in... I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. Found a memo written piece of paper next to the victim's body. It's because you found it next to it. Oh. The killer did? The killer! No one can see that. Huh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed! Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouth. That's right. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Press on that. Do you have proof it was me who wrote it? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. Sound pretty confident. This might not be good. After the results showed that the blood was the victim's. What kind of tests were those again? Huh? What kind of, well, a little bits in blood, hemoglobin bobbin. I refuse to say the matter, Pat. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right. Where was I? Also, there was blood found in the victim's finger. I testified. Press that, so before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe. You get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies. This is a movie, Detective, it's a game. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I have heard many cases now. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister. Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The victim's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name, the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Okay, so it's definitely... I definitely have to present evidence, since I already... Wait a second. Put a written piece of paper next to the victim's body. Securing the suspect. What does it say? Yeah, here. Present this. Single bond for trauma death was instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia-Fei, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia-Fei. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no botting your way out of this one, detective. That's a pretty good case. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write something down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day... Yeah, the day of the murder. I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder. You're wrong there, pal. You didn't write it until the day after. Oh, right. The prosecution points being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. The death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd had something up your sleeve, but it's updated the autopsy reports. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm I full trust you in your report. Me? I wasn't, huh? Dr. Gumshoe. Ugh. I'm disappointed in you for handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You're at fault, detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepted the evidence. Mia's autopsy report died from a blunt object may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Witness, your name, please. April May. At your service. Wink. Order! Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from went and winking. Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you at 9 September 5 when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like... Can I tell him? I checked in right after lunch. And the tell him is directly across from the Fayenco law offices. That's right, big boy. Please advise to the court about what you saw. It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know, and then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. That girl, she caught up with her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end, that's all I saw. Every little bit, witsy wits, see. Well, Your Honor? I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I didn't need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Miss Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness testimony just now confirmed, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were face-on... Sorry, were you not? But you must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because Hannah Edward doesn't want me to. She does have to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, witness's account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But the girl, she caught up with her and hit her. She hit her. Okay, I'm gonna press from the beginning. Press. Hold it right there. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out this question that easily. I sort of, you know, had a feeling. Well, I had a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out the window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. Poor girl. Oh, boy. Miss Autumn is right, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window, what did you see next? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Hold it right there. The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty. That's your thing. Your thing. And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Press on that. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime, a short girl. Which this girl's physique. His money is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question the testimony. Hold on a minute. The testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Ugh. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes. What is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this. I mean... Okay. If you really witnessed my client Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes being you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness' testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Arr! What are you trying to say? You mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Oh, God. Shit. Okay. Her testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Okay, so there's a new testimony. I did see everything. I did. The witness, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off night. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you, Teehee? How'd you know? I see. Oh, wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. How'd you know it was a clock, is my question. Let's see. The victim, then the girl. Clock, yeah, there. It's present. Present. Yeah, objection. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you liked that, wouldn't you, Mr. Nudler? You just said that the statue thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called it a clock too. He was found guilty of murder. That is true. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trial concern. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Miss Wright. Objection. Yes, that isn't. But the questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue question the witness. That was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. What? Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How'd you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the lofts of Fanco? No. Hey, I didn't say that. No, why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Hee. The lofts isn't where the murder took place. It's very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. It's across the street and it's not very loud though. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. That is true. You have proof that you could not? Amateurs, listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to present a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies the request. Oh wait, I did. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn. Time to switch directions quick. Proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not cited because I couldn't have wrong. Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconvenient that the clock in question wrong because it's empty. The clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? It is, as the defense says, this clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain the court the meaning of this? It is, as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is so big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty? Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, you must ask, when was the clock removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. No. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove that the clockwork was empty? Yes. Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything in court? Is everything? Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof you like so much. Evidence that proves when the clock was removed. Let me check this real quick. What's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something. What is it? It's a clock. It's made the finger and it tells you the time. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I had put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? I'll leave that one up to your imagination. See you tonight, 9. Yeah, this one. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly's phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Detective, better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Yeah, me too. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the finger for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:77 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. The store was again. I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. The witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objection, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicting the piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen this clock before. It was made by Larry. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made this clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Ooh, 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 ooh. Mm. Order. What is happening? What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Okay, that is a bit far-fetched. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh. 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 Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? Yes, I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, that's it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held a clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard that is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known. She could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Let the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Have a look at this. That? I found this in Miss May's room. That is correct. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Mr. April May, you were tapping the victim with Mia Faye's phone, were you not? Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wire trap. It is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that a victim said on the phone the clock was a clock is, well, it literally is in the recording. If you just check the recording real quick. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the thinker. See? It's a clock. It is this. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that before. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue the thinker and tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wire trap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. And am I wrong? Objection. Let's see. Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. She mused to the defense demands an answer. Witness, answered the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May, shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me? You lawyer. It's no fair. Oh, you ganging up on me like that. So I'm the burglar, that's it? Is that it? That did it. The court seen the real Miss April May now. Now the deal fell below. Why the wire trap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question! Do I have to? Isn't murder trial, isn't tippity tapping her relevant? Is saying exactly what I want her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. Were you? I hardly call that relevant. That is true. Well, while this court does not condone the defense's tone, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove that you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You're probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way? I say, way! Oh, I can assure you I'm serious, Miss Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why? That's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know? Like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. I think I'm making this up. It's bellboy. Go. The witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands she saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, we're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless they tie Miss May under the murder to the murder somehow. Does the defense have anything to say? Well, come to... The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk in quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree on one condition, I'll consent to you calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine Bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. I mean, I know she's not the killer, and thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. Alright, I give up. I got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Yeah, understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Let's go. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. The tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Ms. May's room service. I'm the head bellboy at the Fine Getwater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. But that also directly contradicts her testimony, where she states that she saw the murder, which you couldn't have done since it happened at around 9 o'clock. Which means that you couldn't have seen it. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Miss May's room service. I'm the head bellboy at the Fine Getwater Hotel in business for 4 generations. Just press everything. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, check out guests, I clean room, I make beds, I even deliver room service, sir. I check Miss May's room in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, will not refrain from asking frivolous questions. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. Then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remember her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed at the detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. I brought to her at precisely the time requested, of course. Precisely 9 o'clock, then... Precisely, exactly. I most definitely said 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? His man was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy? Hee. I like it. Iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked at her door at the crack of 9 o'clock. Why would she be so particular about the time? When she knew the murder was going to happen exactly 9 o'clock. And of course, I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was moved straight by the prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. No good, there's nothing here. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you should have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? I protest. Wait. Please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What to ask him about? Room service. Tell me again about the room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9 o'clock in the rooms, the guest had requested iced coffee, $18 with the exact as a call. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know. And we don't skimp on the icer. Why did he say? What did you say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? Object, that was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're not normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the Mr. Edgeworth who asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool! I've done it. No, you haven't. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been a murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple, it was the man with Miss May, obviously. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, has the previous reveal in tapping as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, it does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it. It was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart, amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Okay then. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Mr. Wright, you're amazing in there. Really? I think I'm your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, the other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? The face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sends shivers up his if you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead on in today's trial. A lead? The man with Miss Faye. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyways? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go there later. Anyways, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find more about this man. You think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, the only part that hasn't been stricken from the record, made testimony added. Then she ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Well, that's it everyone, I'm Happy Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!